Team deathmatch. Make this quick and clean.
Hey everyone, my name's Vic Taylor and welcome to another Black Ops commentary. Today we have some team deathmatch on Nuketown, me using my Hardline class because Ghost is pretty much a waste on Nuketown, and it's a pretty slow start because I usually get really scared of dying and just rushing out on Nuketown, but it does pick up towards the end and I end up with a pretty nice score. So, I was going to talk about, one thing, but I saw something when I turned on my internet this morning on my news feed, which quite interested me. The last World War One veteran has died, and I know probably most of you will not give a shit about that, but I'm kind of patriotic. I support all the wars that my country are fighting, and yeah, it's a point that I'm probably not going to discuss in this video because it gets far too long. And if you want to discuss it with me, feel free to send me a message. But I'm very patriotic and I support my country in pretty much everything they do. So that's why I cared, because World War One, it was a big war, as it's in the name, and I can't pronounce the guy's name, so I won't, because I don't want to get it wrong, because that would be disrespectful. But he died at the age of 110 in Australia, and first off, 110, that well done, mate. That is a very good age. And I just wanted to take a few seconds just to have a bit of silence for him. And I know probably all of you thinking it's just stupid and I have absolutely no right to do this, but I would just like to give a little bit of respect to him and the people that fought for us in the Second World War, the First World War, and the people who are fighting for us now. Thank you. Okay, what I was going to talk about for the really for the video was actually the royal wedding, which isn't going to interest you either, is it? But the royal wedding was on last week. I watched most of it. I think I may have just been on my laptop for the latter half of it because nothing much was happening and it was a very long service. But it was, it was an alright wedding, and it was nice to see them happy and everything. And I believe I ran out of bullets. Shit. And I self-stun. I self-stun way too much. But it was nice to see them happy and, together. And I hate campers. Fuck my life. Really. But I think I get something really good in these care packages. So, and, I don't really have a lot to say about the royal wedding. But everyone in England was saying, oh, we don't care about that. But the number of people who actually turned out to watch it, and some people had been camping out in front of where the wedding was going to be held for like a week beforehand, and I'm not even exaggerating. A week is exactly what I mean. And they'd all been camping out in tents and on bunk beds, well, not bunk beds, but you know what I mean. And they had perfect seats for the wedding, but they'd been out there for a week beforehand. And even me, who, I'm pretty patriotic, I watched the wedding. That's just taking it a step too far, isn't it? I mean, that's just taking the whole thing and just blowing it hugely out of proportion. But there was a joke that the Americans seemed to care about it more than we did, but I think we cared about it enough, to be perfectly honest. And I don't really have a lot to say about that. I mean, I had a few things to say, but none of them seem even remotely interesting, so I'm just going to move on. But as you can see, I'm owning in this chopper gunner, not as good as my best game ever on Black Ops, which I posted up as my 100th video, which you should all go check out because it's a pretty nice gameplay. I think I go 25 and 6 here, not great, but not shitty either. And the reason I have Hardline on, because Ghost is a waste on Nuketown, and I just want to kind of get my Killstreaks on Nuketown so that I can just own, basically. And this is a pretty old game. This was way back when I was still using the counter spy plane and not the attack helicopter, so it's a pretty old game. And I believe this guy wants to change it because it's a Grim Reaper, so I quickly change it. It's nothing at all. He doesn't actually want me to change it, he wants me to take it, because I think 5 minutes later he's still there and I might end up taking the counter spy plane because no one else is. He obviously, wants me to take that, and I know I had a comment on my video, the one where I discuss how much care package stealers bother me, and Okay, let's back off of that before I go on another rampage and just rage at the world. But this guy obviously does not want his care package. He's walking away from it. People are walking past it, so why not? I mean, if he's going for Hardline Pro, I know how fucking hard it was. I didn't get that. Oh, he got it. Fine. That was a mistake of epic proportions. I'm glad he got that, and he wasn't trying to go for Hardline Pro. I've just noticed that. I did not notice that when I was recording the gameplay. I do apologise to that person, but it was like sitting there for 4 minutes, I believe. But if you're going for Hardline Pro, it is unbelievably hard to get people to take your care packages, and then when you get the bloody things, you can't change them because everyone wants them. It's just, oh, it's sod's law basically. It's just irony at its very worst. But I do hope you enjoy this gameplay. It's got about another minute and a half to go, and I hate second chance as well. There are lots of things I hate. I hate the fact that PSN still isn't up, because apparently a few days ago there was another breach of whatever it is, and more details were stolen, so that's only a rumour though, do not take my word on this. But yeah, it's just so shit, isn't it? I mean, oh, I'm just not going to get into it at all, but I just really have words to say to Sony right now that are not very polite, and probably include something about their mothers in there somewhere. But I just want to get online and play, because I got Portal 2, as I said in my yesterday's commentary, and I want to play online because it looks really good. And I got 2 hours into it, probably not 2 hours in for everyone else, probably about 4 hours in for them, just 2 hours in for me because I'm a bit shit. And it was good. I had people over my shoulder watching me, mainly my mum, and helping me out with the puzzles because I am just so fucking stupid. It's just not true. And I'm gonna hopefully post the co-op if I can record live, I'm just gonna try and buy S video cables, and then I'm just gonna give up and buy an HD TV, which will solve all my problems, but will be very expensive, basically. But I'm hoping to play through the co-op with a few different subscribers. So if you're interested in doing that, I'll probably ask in another video later. But if you're interested in that, you know, obviously if you've got the game, you need the game. But thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. I rambled about a lot of things, and I was meant to only talk about one, but that's me just wrapped up in a nutshell. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.